This is me. In this picture, I'm 8 years old, but as far as I remember, science has always been the forefront interest in my life. It was likely the constant exposure at such a young age, as both my parents work in science as well. They help make medicine for various types of diseases such as HIV, cancer, hepatitis, and for autoimmune diseases. When my parents first immigrated from China, they found work at University of California, San Francisco. They sought to chase after the American dream, and in the beginning, money was quite short. My parents couldn't afford to hire a caretaker while they both worked and went to school, so naturally, I came with. I have fond memories of taking test tubes and beakers home from their labs, using them to conduct my own experiments. Working in medicine seemed to always be my intended path. This summer, when applying for jobs, I knew I wanted to find experience in the healthcare field. I applied to a variety of programs ranging from pharmaceutical drug regulation jobs to surgical internships. The internship I wanted the most, however, offered exposure to clinical research in a hospital. After several rounds of interviewing and multiple rejections, I was offered a job at a company in the Bay Area, only a 20-minute drive from my home. This position was to do drug regulation. It checked all the boxes for me, ranging from location to salary, and it allowed me to live at home, eliminating rent costs from the equation as well. At the time of the offer, I was still waiting to hear back from one final position, the Emergency Department Clinical Research Summer Intern Program at Mount Sinai Hospital. Unfortunately, it was still a month until I was expected to hear back, and the other position wanted my decision within the next 2 days. I struggled with what to respond. On one hand, the first offer was a solid choice for the summer. On the other, the clinical research position was more relevant for my career aspirations. I wanted the internship at Mount Sinai, but I knew I couldn't afford losing the first offer and be left doing nothing for the entire summer. So I told the first company, yes. I began the onboarding process, signed a series of intimidating documents, and at the end of the semester, when it came time to going home, I was entirely ready to spend the next few months in the Bay Area. But I was still waiting to hear from Mount Sinai. It was 3 weeks before I had to start my job. I received an email from the director of the Mount Sinai program. I'd been accepted. I was overjoyed to hear the news. But then I realized I had an important decision to make. If I accepted the Mount Sinai position, I would not be making any salary. I would also have to find a place to live in New York, which would not be easy nor cheap. Despite the costs, the emergency medicine program was exactly what I was looking for in a summer experience. I would get to interact with patients, see firsthand the happenings of the ED, and conduct research regarding our current health system. When I turned to my parents for advice, they supported me completely. Though their background was primarily in pharmaceuticals, they encouraged me to pursue the physician path. Their unconditional support during this tough decision was especially comforting. So I bit the bullet. I told the first job that I was backing out. I told them I was no longer able to fulfill the internship position. I received no response, only a notification that I was removed from the company system. When making this decision, I knew a possible long-standing consequence that I would have to deal with was that by cutting ties with the first company, I may never have the opportunity to work for them in the future. At the same time, I knew I had to do what was best for me, and that ultimately, it is perfectly okay to be selfish sometimes when it comes to your own future. Now I'm in New York, working in the emergency department, experiencing the city, and gaining invaluable information about medicine and what a life as a physician may look like. Despite the difficulty during the application process, I'm happy with my choice and excited to continue seeing what this summer experience teaches me. Choosing between two great options is never easy or simple, but at every fork in the road, you must keep your ultimate goal in mind. Be unwavering in your determination to fulfill that goal and be grateful for every opportunity that is presented along the way. Remember, trust your intuition, and if this ever happens to you, congratulations and good luck.